everyone, and welcome to the Soul Tribe Yoga Full Moon Chakra Cleanse with me, Lucy. So the full moon is a particularly powerful time for manifesting any intentions that you might have set at the new moon. It's also a time for cleansing and releasing any negativity, letting go of any baggage we're carrying along with us, whether that be physical, emotional, spiritual. It's a time for clearing space and letting go, allowing your highest self to shine through. So in this practice, we're going to work with each one of the chakras. The chakras are wheels of swirling energy that go through the body. So from the very base, the root chakra, at the very base of the perineum, of the tailbone, right up to the crown chakra at the top of the head. And by bringing these into alignment, we're opening ourselves to the possibility of just becoming our best self and vibrating with a high energy. So this might be a nice time for lighting some candles, for performing any rituals, for cleansing your crystals in the moonlight, and for joining me in this yoga practice. So when you're ready, I invite us all to begin in a comfortable seat, just drawing one foot in a little closer to the body, followed by the other. Just notice which foot you have closer in and bring your hands to rest somewhere comfortable, on your knees or in your lap. You might want to close the eyes or soften them. Let's begin our practice together by focusing on the breath. Just notice the natural flow and rhythm of your breath. The inhale to stillness and the exhale to stillness. You might want to set a personal intention to let go of something, to release or to forgive in a certain area of your life with the full moon, clearing out space for new energies. So let's begin our full moon chakra cleanse by bringing our awareness to the root chakra, Muladhara, at the very base or root of the body, so located around the perineum, the very, very base of the spine. So let's send our awareness there, and you might like to visualize a spinning wheel of red energy. So keep your awareness with that area of the body as you inhale and find length through the arms. Feeling rooted, feeling anchored, your awareness still with Muladhara, root chakra, as you begin to bow forwards. So see if you can keep that connection with the sit bones and the mat beneath you, feeling anchored, feeling grounded. And starting to walk the fingertips a little further forward as your forehead comes down towards the earth. Deep intentional breaths here. And as you inhale, let's rise back up. Exhaling, bringing the arms down. Look down at your feet and let's switch them over and take that to the other side, noticing how it might feel different in the body and allowing yourself a moment to settle. So when you're ready, keeping our awareness with the red root chakra, let's reach up and exhale as we fold and bow forwards down to the earth. So with the root chakra, we are welcoming security, stability, and letting go of any energies of fear. So we're welcoming trust, security, releasing fear. Begin to lengthen the arms, rooting down through the sit bones and inhaling your way back up. Exhale the arms wide. And now we're going to come through and get ready to flow through some cat-cows. So notice your alignment, hands underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips, spreading the fingers wide. And let's see if we can begin each movement from the tailbone. So as you inhale, tipping the tailbone up, dropping the belly, lifting the heart, the neck, the head, and exhaling, curl the tailbone under, draw the navel to spine, rounding through the back body and releasing the head. Let's take that a couple more times at our own pace. Sending your awareness and your energies to the root chakra. Maybe visualizing the colour red. Now let's really release any fear through taking our movement to any place we feel the body needs it. So tending to any areas that feel like they need a little more attention in your practice today. Okay, coming back to center, let's walk the hands forwards, curl the toes under, bring the sit bones back towards the heels and lift them up towards the sky. Into your downward facing dog, sitting bones reaching high, shoulder blades drawing together. Upper body pushing back towards the legs. Take a deep inhale here and maybe sigh it out. Letting go of fear, welcoming trust, welcoming security. And then beginning to walk the hands back towards the feet. Once you're there, let's spend a couple of moments in Uttanasana, forward fold, grounding down and feeling that secure connection through the earth. Now begin to lengthen the arms, lengthen the spine, and use your inhale to rise up, rooted and strong, bringing the arms down on an exhale into Tadasana, mountain pose. Perfect for the root chakra. So lengthen the tailbone down, still visualizing that red wheel of energy. Feel deeply anchored through each foot. Releasing fear, releasing anxiety. And then if you've closed your eyes, fluttering them gently open. So now we come to Svadhisthana, or the sacral chakra, located between the pubic bone and the belly button. So let's send our awareness here, a spinning wheel of orange energy. Take a breath, and then we're going to step forwards about one leg's width. Now bring your feet so they're on an invisible tightrope. Little wobble there, no worries. That's why it's called a practice. We're all practicing every day. So just take a look at your feet. Make sure they're on that tightrope line. And then bring the hands to the waistline. Deep inhale here as you lift through the heart, lengthen the spine. And then we're going to maintain that length through the spine as we fold forwards. So keep sending your awareness to the sacral chakra just below the belly button. You might keep the hands here or you might release them down to a block or fingertips to the mat. So moving slowly, keeping our awareness on that orange wheel of energy, let's take the left hand and bring it to the little toe edge of the right foot, the front foot. So the back of my hand is connecting with the little toe edge, and then I'm just going to see how it feels to begin to turn the upper body to the right and reach my right fingertips up into a revolved triangle pose. So this one can be quite wobbly at first. Don't worry about how long you hold it. Yoga is never about competition, even with ourselves. So let's release that. Release any toxic thoughts. Slowly bring the hand back down. You're doing really well. And then begin to walk the hands round into a wide-legged stance. Take a breath here. Exhale down. Feel the opening of the hips, the groin, the pelvis, the stretch down the backs of the legs. And then as you inhale, find length through the arms again and begin to walk your way back round to the other foot. So I've got my left foot in front here, still on that tightrope line. So I've found my way into triangle pose. See if you can draw the shoulder blades together. You might bring the hands to the waistline, or you might keep them down. You might even exhale the upper body a little closer to the front leg. So find what feels right in your body in this moment. And let's keep sending our awareness to the sacral chakra. So this chakra is associated with welcoming the energies of creativity, of sensuality. So let's welcome those into our practice, into our lives. So let's see how the transition to revolved triangle feels on this side. Again, zapping any toxic thoughts, no worries if it's wobbly. So bring the right hand to the little toe edge of the front foot. Begin to turn the body open through the left shoulder and reach the left fingers all the way up. Keep connecting with the breath. One more breath in and then exhale to slowly release down. We're going to walk the hands round again, and this time bring the feet a little closer in, toes turned out. We're going to sink it down into garland or malasana pose. So don't worry if you're on the toes here. You might rock a little side to side, begin to encourage the heels down towards the earth. With each inhale, let's welcome creativity, sensuality. And this is a good chakra for releasing any feelings of grief. So let go of whatever you need to. Make space. Let's release the fingertips down. Bring the sitting bones down to the mat and bring the soles of the feet together. Baddha Konasana. So take up as much space as you wish here, sliding the feet further away or zipping them up tight. Sitting up nice and tall and taking a few breaths here to visualize the orange swirling wheel below the belly button. Okay, we're now going to move our attention up above the belly button to the solar plexus chakra. So an area of swirling yellow light or golden. So let's turn to face the short edge of the mat. We're going to work a little bit with Navasana, boat pose here. So let's begin by sitting up nice and tall. So create length all the way up through the spine. Come onto the toes. And then you might like to bring the hands to the calves and begin by lifting the shins. So keeping length through the spine, keeping the shins parallel to the mat and the sky above, and then maybe releasing the arms. Keep inhaling as you lift up, finding length. A couple of variations you can take here. You can bring the arms between the legs and loop them round for a little bit of extra support. Feels really nice. Or you might like to take full boat pose as you reach up, lengthening the legs and then drawing in. So rocking forwards, we're planting the palms and then stepping the legs back. Finding your plank pose. So this solar plexus chakra is all about welcoming an inner fire, a power and an energy, and releasing any low self-esteem. So we've got options here. We can rock a little through plank, or we can welcome a little more warmth, a little more inner fire by bringing some mountain climbers in. So we're going to bring the knee to the elbow and then step it back. Knee to the elbow, step it back. Knee to the elbow, step it back. You can do that as many or as few times as you wish. Just listen to your body and keep sending your awareness to the area just above your belly button. You've got this. You are strong. You are powerful. We are stoking that inner fire. You are good enough. Just as you are. Okay, bring the knees down. Whew. Bring the knees down, let your body resettle. And now we move on up to the heart, Anahata. So the heart chakra, colours are green or pink. So as we begin to move into Anahatasana or heart to earth pose, walking the hands forwards, finding length through the arms, keeping the sitting bones high and allowing the heart space to lead. The heart leads us down towards the earth, and you can bring your forehead or your chin down to the mat, whichever one feels more comfortable to you. So as you bring yourself down into this pose, let's visualize a green swirling wheel at the heart space, perhaps tinged with pink. We welcome feelings of love, hope and compassion, and we release any judgment. With each exhale, allow the heart to sink a little lower towards the earth. Reaching the sitting bones high. Take a deep in-breath, and as you exhale, we're going to come all the way forwards, finding our Sphinx pose. So, settling into it. Let's really focus on pushing and grounding down through the fronts of the feet, fronts of the legs, the pelvis. Spread the fingers wide. Let's keep this pose active. So lifting and opening the heart, welcoming love and hope. Releasing judgment. Let's take a few deep, conscious, intentional breaths here. Inhaling love, releasing judgment. Okay, as you exhale, we're going to come all the way down now. Take a moment as you lengthen the arms away and then roll all the way over onto your back. So before we move, let's draw our awareness to the throat chakra. The colour of the wheel is blue. And we're welcoming in energies of truth, communication, releasing any dishonesty. So you'll notice I've bent my knees, planted my feet. My arms are down by my sides, palms facing down. So just take a moment to snuggle the shoulder blades a little closer together. Lengthen the tailbone down. And send some awareness to the area of the throat as you lengthen the back of the neck. On your next inhale, let's push down through the arms and through the feet and lift up through the hips. So you'll notice probably some constriction here, keeping the head nice and steady, nice and still. But some constriction of the throat area. So allow your attention to be drawn there. Notice how it feels. If everything feels good here, you might snuggle the shoulder blades a little closer together still and walk the feet a little closer up towards the body. You might catch the heels here. You might come onto the toes. Just keep drawing your awareness back to the throat chakra. We welcome truth. We release dishonesty. Keep pushing down through the arms, through the feet, long through the back of the neck. Take one more breath, maybe find a little more lightness and height through the body. And then exhale as you bring everything softly down. Lengthening one leg at a time. We're now going to snuggle the arms underneath the body. So take a moment to get there. The palms are still facing down towards the mat. And still working with the throat chakra, we're moving into our fish pose now. So you might like to take a look at the way this one looks before you feel into it in your own body. So as we inhale, we're going to really lift through the heart space and allow the throat chakra to open as a result. So as you lift up, you might find that your body slides ever so slightly down and you come up onto the forearms. So the throat opens, the head tilts back. Now there's no pressure to stay here. You can come down and stay there, or you can try it out a few times. Maybe you're happy just to breathe there in your fish pose, throat chakra open as you welcome truth and honesty. Honest communication. One more deep breath. And allow that release to be slow and gentle, coming down, releasing the arms from underneath you. Taking a moment to let the body realign, we're going to move our awareness up to the third eye chakra. So this is the area just between the eyebrows, and the colour is indigo. So when you're ready, come slowly over onto one side. We're not going anywhere too extreme. We're staying low. We're taking the knees wide, toes together, and sinking back into a nice, luxurious, extended child's pose. So be drawn by your third eye down towards the mat. Bring the sitting bones back towards the heels. Now you might like the feeling of just massaging the forehead a little bit, the area of the third eye, as we welcome intuition, psychic energies activated, Take another couple of breaths here, maybe inching the fingertips ever so slightly forwards, finding space, cleansing the body, realigning these energies. And then we're going to come through into our low plank. So on the forearms, we're going to lengthen each leg back and just see if we can create a nice line from the heels to the crown of the head. Okay, so this might be absolutely fine. It's all good to stay here, or you might interlace the fingers, begin to lift the sitting bones and walk the feet in a little so you're in dolphin pose, Shishalasana. So you'll find the third eye coming down towards the mat. So let's maintain our awareness of this area. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, maybe rock forwards back down into your plank. Inhaling back to dolphin, exhaling down. So you can take that as many times or as few times as you feel. We welcome intuition. We release any illusions we might be holding. When the time is right for you, bring your knees down. And we're going to come all the way through onto our toes here into hovering butterfly pose. So it might feel nicer for you to keep the knees together. You might take them wide. Wherever you feel most balanced, most settled. Feel free to bring the fingertips down to the mat if that helps, or bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. So now we come to our final chakra, the crown chakra. So take your awareness to the area at the very top of the head. Visualize the colours white, lilac, maybe a tinge of gold. And as we send our awareness there, we welcome enlightenment. We release attachments. You might say that to yourself silently or out loud as you inhale, you welcome enlightenment. As you exhale, you release attachments. Now bring the fingertips down and come back to where we started, sitting in a way that feels comfortable to you. Now feel free to stay there, or you might, for our final pose, like to work in half lotus. So I've brought one of my feet, doesn't matter which, just to rest in the hip crease of the opposite leg. So the sole of my foot is facing up. And if you want to go a little deeper, you might come into full lotus, so releasing the other foot from underneath and bringing that to sit in the other hip crease. But it's completely up to you. You might feel more comfortable cross-legged here. What matters is the intention and the connection, not what the pose looks like. How does it feel to you? So let's make sure it feels good. As we send our awareness to the crown chakra, you may wish to close your eyes here. We welcome enlightenment. We release attachments. So if you have been in half lotus or full lotus, let's release carefully now. Just sitting up nice and tall. Let's take a few moments to close the eyes as we come towards the end of our practice. If you prefer to lie down here, you are more than welcome. But as we breathe here, let's visualize each of the chakras and their colours in turn. So beginning at the base of the spine, Muladhara, root chakra, a red wheel of energy. Move your awareness up just below the belly button, orange, the sacral chakra. Above the belly button, visualize a golden wheel of energy at your sacral chakra. Up to the heart, the colour green, maybe tinged with pink. Next, up to the throat, the colour blue, throat chakra. Moving up to your third eye, between the eyebrows, third eye chakra, the colour indigo. And finally your crown chakra, the very top of the head, a brilliant white light, perhaps tinged with lilac or gold. Now let's imagine a circle of golden light surrounding and protecting us, protecting our energies, bringing balance to our bodies and our spirits. This golden light surrounds you, protects you, holds you. Visualize yourself enveloped completely in that golden light. Allow yourself to be bathed in it. Focus on how that feels. Know that the light always surrounds you. Know that the light is always within you. The light in me bows to and honours the light in you. Thank you for joining me for this practice. Namaste.